There's a world out there which is worthy to be looked at, which is worthy to be observed, which is worthy to be pondered, and which is worthy to be penned. Your poetries need that world, and the world needs your poetry. Hello everyone, my name is Yashvi Shah and welcome to our YouTube channel. Right now, we are going to start a series of how to write poetry. So, if you are a person who likes to write poetry, this video is definitely for you. If you are a person who loves to read poetry, this video is also for you because now you will get to know what happens behind the mind of a poet. And if you are a person who is not interested in poetry as much but interested in art, this video is definitely for you because it talks about the crux of art. So, before we begin how to write poetry, we'll start with the very tough part, which is what to write poetry about. Well, one of the simplest advice and yet the most significant one is to write what you know. Yes, pick a pen and write what you know. Now I understand, if it would have been that easy, you would not have been facing the writer's block, right? But bear with me and let me explain this to you with a poetry. So, if you allow me, let me present you a poetry of Zolynas from the Zen of Housework. I look over my own shoulder, down my arms, to where they disappear under water into hands inside pink rubber gloves, mulling among dinner dishes. My hands lift a wine glass. Holding it by the stem under the bowl, it breaks the surface like a chalice from a medieval lake. Full of grey wine of domesticity, the glass flows to the level of my eyes. Behind it, through the window, above the sink, the sun among the ceremony of sparrows and bare branches is setting in Western America. I can see thousands of droplets of steam, each a tiny spectrum rising from my goblet of grey wine. They sway, changing directions, constantly like a school of playful fishes, or like sheer curtains on the window to another world. Ah, grey sacrament of the mundane. So, did you see how the poet simply wrote about by just looking down the shoulder and what his arms were involved in, right? You may also lift your pen, just look down your shoulder and write about the most mundane activity. Few of us always start to write about poetry either with death or desire as topic. And of course, the love. Not simply the love, but the unattained love, the undeserved love, the unscripted love, the undesired love, the unbelievable love, the unachievable love, and about all sorts of love that we have experienced but we don't have words to express. Yes, love is definitely one of the finest subjects to write about in poetry. But trust me, there is a world out there which is worthy your words. There is a world out there which is worthy to be looked at, which is worthy to be observed, which is worthy to be pondered, and which is worthy to be penned. Your poetries need that world, and the world needs your poetries. Now I understand, if I say it, you're not going to get convinced. right? So, let me quote it from the book, The Poet's Companion. The book says there is a world inside of us that we all know better than anything. And there is a world outside of us that calls our attention. The world of families, communities, and our history. Our subjects are all around us, just at the fingertips. They are just there at the edge of each passing thought. But the trick is to find out what we know, challenge what we know, own what we know, and finally give it away in language. And if you feel like your life or your experiences or your opinions or your thinking is not worthy to be drafted or scripted or written about or spoken about, remember this carefully. Your life is not yours alone. In some sense, it is a metaphor for everyone else. Dearest friend, create art to inspire. Either you will inspire them to do something, or you will inspire them to not do this thing. See you in next week in another poetry video. Till then, let's wake up being a better person. Bye. Also, like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. No, to our YouTube channel. Okay? So please like, share and subscribe to this channel and love you all. Bye.